What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to yet another vlog. As teased, I am going to start working on my next movie, Viral, and I thought I'd do something a little bit interesting in comparing what I did with Lucid to what I'm about to do with Viral, and kind of what I learned from making Lucid and what I'm going to apply to making Viral. So to start out with, I got those new, they're called GH Alex LUTs. I did not name them, that's what they were called. They're going to be making my footage look a lot more like in ARRI Alexa, so that'll give a bit more roll off to the highlights, giving it a much more filmic look. So I'm really looking forward to using those, and in turn, that has led into me trying to be a lot more careful with my cinematography. I'm pretty proud of how Lucid turned out in the visual sense. I am fully aware it could have been better. Some shots were overexposed or out of focus, so I will be kind of working overtime on those. I'm hoping to be playing around a little more with lighting now that I'm kind of more conscious of that stuff. We're playing around with the cinematography a lot more. I bought a stabilizer to do more moving shots. I was really tempted to just buy another camera, but honestly, I feel like I need to learn to master the one I have first before I go to another one. So I am looking forward to doing that. We're also going to be playing around a little more with aspect ratios. For instance, the footage you're watching right now was not actually shot in the 16:9, it was shot in a letterbox. I don't know if you've seen on my channel, I have a couple silent movies. I did not crop them, that is exactly how it came out in camera. Lucid was shot in the 1.9 aspect ratio, and we cropped it down to 2:3:5. You can see my last vlog about that, where I shot specifically for that aspect ratio, and I kind of want to open myself up to more possibilities this time around. So shooting in IMAX, so to speak, and like really shooting wide is really going to give us a lot more flexibility to play with. So we're going to shoot it way wider than we need, I think. And since it's 4K, I'll have the option to use more close-ups if I desire. And I'm doing this to kind of gauge a look that I want for this movie. So I'm really excited about that. When we were shooting Lucid, we were very much trying to figure out our game, so to speak. You know, my friends and I had made several shorts before that, and it was very much kind of just, we're goofing off, having fun. I don't think anyone really ever took it seriously. And so when we were doing Lucid, it kind of became a real thing. So we were really trying to figure out what we were doing, and it was pretty similar to just shooting shorts, but you know, just to be safe, we kind of stuck to the script a lot, and of course adjustments were made whenever they needed to be. Logan was never supposed to shave his beard. He asked to do that, we wrote that in just so that he could feel more comfortable. Colby, I know, changed several of his lines, so did Crawford, and I vetoed them when I had to, or when I wanted to. And with Viral, we're planning to improv a bit more. I've been hearing behind the scenes stories on things like The Shining or Joker, things like that, where they, you know, rewrote basically on the day. The actors would kind of meet, they'd talk things over, they'd rewrite their lines if they wanted to, and I don't know, it's just, that sounds fun and creative and a good way to really bond with everyone. So that's kind of what I plan to do. I want to try and see if I can improv lines or rewrite lines just to make them seem more natural, leave it up to the actors, and I'm planning to make things a bit more flexible this time around. When it came to Lucid, I was so excited to just kind of dive right in. I didn't really do much pre-production. You can kind of tell in some of the fight scenes they seem either kind of repetitive or just kind of small. And I think a huge chunk of that is we were making them up literally on the day. The only scene that I even semi-planned out was the final battle between Noah and Blue. I actually drew a couple storyboards for those I didn't finish, but it was enough to give the two Logans a framework for what to do and how we're going to shoot the scene. And Crawford actually made a couple comments that was rather helpful. So I'm planning to do way more of that this time around. I did a whole screenplay breakdown that's going to come in a future episode. I'm going to do an episode on storyboarding my movie, but basically just really planning every single thing out so that Crawford, who's going to be my cinematographer, knows exactly what we're doing. So the main difference obviously is something like Lucid is a sci-fi action thriller and had a lot of moving parts, and it was fairly complex for being a very small scale story. You can see it. We were emulating, or we're trying to emulate blockbusters, and it was really big, I think, for the size of the movie. It was a really small story, but I think we tried to tell it in a really big way. And Viral is nothing more than just a character study. So it's mainly just a character piece. It's focusing on one main character, and it's basically just a series of conversations, no big fight scenes, no special effects. We're going to be able to shoot it way more flexibly. We're going to probably open it up to reshoots if we have to. We're really going to take our time to do it right. And we're doing it, we learned so much, and now I feel like I have enough experience making a feature film that I actually feel more comfortable to take on the lead role. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the star of Viral. I wanted to have a cameo in Lucid, of course. You saw me. I was the first projection that died. And that was fun. And I didn't feel comfortable directing myself. I felt like it'd be way too much work, but Logan and I found our groove. So we are going to he's going to be the camera operator, he's going to be the cinematographer, I'm going to be the main actor, and I'll be directing everyone too. So I feel way more comfortable now, and I'm excited to stretch my acting muscles. One of the other things we're doing, we're experimenting a little with, is the movie's about YouTube vloggers. So one of the main things I'm kind of looking forward to doing is just keeping the camera rolling as we're planning stuff out for like behind the scenes footage, and then actually being able to use that behind the scenes footage in the movie itself. That sounds really appealing to me, and I am very excited. All this kind of goes to show that, you know, I took quite a bit away from making Lucid, and I will forever be proud of Lucid. I think for what it is, which is, you know, my first feature, it was made for no money, and it's good. It's pretty good. You know, like I said in my last vlog, it's good. I learned a lot from making it, and I can't wait to apply those lessons. And, you know, could it be better? Sure. Like I said, I overexposed some of the shots. Some shots were out of focus. I could have planned things out a lot more. I could have added more in the script. I could have had more trained actors. You know, there was so much that I could have done, but like, I really don't want to take away from what I made, because, you know, I did think something that really only select few people could do. And sure, it has its problems, and sure, it's no multi-million-dollar blockbuster, though there are some that think so, and to that I say thank you very much. But for what it is, for my first movie, the fact that I can go back and watch it and not cringe, like, you know I can. You saw my video where I was reacting to my first short that I ever made. Yeah. In fact, I can watch Lucid straight through and be entertained. Is very impressive to me. And it will forever sadden me that everything I make afterwards will make Lucid look like a pile of crap. Is, you know, it's sad, but that's just kind of how life works. I think I'll always look back on Lucid fondly, and I am looking forward to building off of that in the future. Thank you guys for tuning in to another vlog. I'm hoping to do another one mainly focusing on storyboarding, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in.